Welcome everybody to African political arena. Now, if the president of Kenya, that is William Ruto, together with the South African president Ramaphosa Cyril, were to actually swipe with the president of Nigeria, President Tinubu, President Tinubu would not go back to Nigeria alive. The pressure these two presidents get from the citizens of South Africa and also Kenya is quite high. But when it comes to Nigeria, they keep sort of clapping for their president even when he's totally doing nothing. And I keep feeling that one of the reasons as to why Nigeria is not doing well is because either they are clapping onto their president because they feel that if you speak about the issues which are going on in Nigeria, you're actually becoming or you're being unpatriotic, which is not true. You cannot speak about the issues which are happening simply because you don't want to destroy the name of your nation, and the name is actually now destroyed. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria, it doesn't happen in any other part of Africa, even Somalia, honestly. It is now not safe to attend church and school in Nigeria. It is not safe. It's clear. If you look at what has happened after Trump announced that he was coming to actually eliminate terrorists in Nigeria, if you look at what has happened within a span of 5 days, it can only tell you one thing. Either the government of President Tinubu is completely incompetent, or they are in total collaboration with these terrorists. Within a span of 5 days, this is what has happened. 24 girls abducted from their dormitories in Kebbi State. No trace. Again, these terrorists who are actually armed, they raid a church. In fact, a service was ongoing. They kill 4 and they abduct about 30 people. In fact, they are now contacting the family members and asking for ransom. 1 million naira per head. The victims, that is the much they're actually asking for. You can imagine. This is in Kwara State. 2 days later, that is yesterday, more than 50 students again abducted. They abduct students from St. Mary Catholic. It's a private Catholic school. This is in Niger State. In other words, this going to school and also attending churches, especially in northern part of Nigeria, is actually risking your life. The problem I have with the good people of Nigeria is they sort of don't speak much about such issues. Instead, you'll find discussions like what is going on between Senator Ned and Regina Daniels, when there are issues real issues which should be discussed. And if you're a Nigerian and sitting pretty and thinking this will not affect you, wait until it gets either to you or even to your family member. This is not funny. It is very serious. Preachers in Nigeria should actually be praying, because what is now going on, you can imagine. We are now 2 years to the general elections. I think they'll be having their general elections in 27. If this one is allowed to continue at this rate, how many people will be actually buried in Nigeria simply because of this insecurity? The government is incompetent. And my question is, if we cannot push Tinubu to do the right thing, why don't we then push him to resign? If he cannot protect the citizens of Nigeria, he should not continue remaining in power. For what? In any case, probably he's busy looking for ways and means to get back to power. Probably some of the issues which are going on are as a result of preparations for him to get back to power. So, people, there are so many issues which could be affecting Nigeria, but when it reaches a point whereby the government cannot guarantee security unto its citizens, that government loses its legitimacy. The people who get into power in Nigeria, they've continuously put Nigeria into more problems. In 2014, Chibok girls happened, and President Tinubu at that time was actually screaming at President Jonathan at that time, simply because he was the president. You must get our girls. If we were the ones in power, this is what we would have done. And probably that is how he got into power. Look at what is happening. It is even worse. Again, the vice president, the man who is supposed to deputize President Tinubu, is Shetima. Shetima was the governor for Benue State when Chibok girls happened. So sometimes I'm also wondering, these people, they're either in collaboration with what is going on, or they are completely incompetent. They cannot handle Nigeria. If Nigerians don't wake up and smell the coffee, that things are not right, that for their celebrities to continue posting things which are not even related with what is going on, that at one point, even making films and also making music in Nigeria will be very hard, will be a tall order for them. Insecurity will finally catch up with everybody, so nobody is safe. Again, for the so many who keep talking about the celebrities in Nigeria, instead of tackling the issues affecting everybody, like insecurity. If, for instance, today Nigeria things escalate, the likes of those celebrities you keep talking about, they can decide to relocate. Burna Boy can easily go to South Africa and he will not be kicked out like ordinary Nigerians. He will not. He will be accepted, in fact, with open arms. Not like ordinary Nigerians who are actually going to South Africa. You are depriving the good people of South Africa their jobs. And for them, they are busy pushing Ramaphosa to do the right thing. The people of Kenya are doing the same. I saw it also in Zambia. The people pushing the government to do the right thing. And across Africa, Zimbabwe the same. So, with all due respect to the good people of Nigeria, I think it's the high time that security right now in Somalia is even better than Nigeria, honestly. And to the good people of Nigeria, are you going to sit down and watch your nation get to the dogs, honestly? Is that what you're going to do? You fold your hands, you keep quiet, you don't talk much. Even your celebrities, or the people who speak about the Nigerian issue, you see them as, as people who are actually betraying or destroying the name of your nation. My people, please, I think it's time for us to stand up and push for what is right. And to all the neighbors of Nigeria, I think it's also the high time they need to do the needful, including supporting the government of Nigeria, that is, if they are willing, for security to be improved. Because this issue of insecurity will once escalate, not only in Nigeria, but to the neighboring nations, Chad and the rest. And once that happens, Africa will be unstable. So kindly let me know what you think on the comment section. And again, subscribe to my channel and also like my video. Thanks a lot.